Hello, everyone. I've got the coolest guests today. We've got Jake, and Max Klein. They're the co-founders of Kids That Do Good. These 14-year-old twins started a nonprofit organization 2 years ago to help solve a problem, the problem that oftentimes kids aren't allowed to volunteer, and they want to. Stick around for this one.
Welcome to Your Mark on the World, bringing you another changemaker with champion of social good, Devin D. Thorpe.
This episode is made possible via the support of our sponsors, including Johnson & Johnson's Caring Crowd. Jake and Max, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
We're thrilled to have you. Jake, tell us a little bit about what Kids That Do Good is.
Kids That Do Good is a resource for people to find ways to get involved in their communities at any age. So you go to our site and you could filter through different filters and find exactly what you're looking for, no matter your age. One of the filters being age, one of them being location, one of them interests and religion. And
Great. So, Max, does this only work in New Jersey, there where you live?
actually, it's not just in New Jersey. We have the top 80 markets in the US currently, and by year's end, we hope to have the top 100 markets. There's currently over 1,000 charities on the website, and this is countrywide. So you can filter through any area in the country, and it'll show you either a charity that's local or a charity that's on the national level that you could use. And the best part is, it doesn't even have to be a charity that's on the site. You could create your own charity and put it on the site for others to see.
Very cool. So, Jake, how many people have used the site to arrange a volunteer activity?
We've had over 30,000 people come to our site and click through and find the activity or organization they want to work with. And we've had over 2.5 million people engaged on our social media and blog posts.
Wow. So, Max, how many hours of volunteering do you think have been done that have been arranged through your site? Do you know?
Personally, I don't know, but I feel it would be somewhere above 100,000 hours because we have this where you can log onto our website and you can actually record the hours and you get a certificate based on how many hours you do. So we feel through the amount of people that have come and clicked through our site that they've all put in at minimum, they could put in an hour or two, and it encourages people to actually continuing putting in more service.
Excellent. Excellent. So, Jake, how did you guys come up with this idea?
So when my brother and I were 7 or 8 years old, we would help a retired chef that lived down the street from us help cook for the homeless. And he would love to have us there. We always helped. And then one year we asked, can we help serve the food with him? He didn't know if there was an age restriction or not, so he said he'll get back to us. Later, he got back to us and found out there was an age restriction of 14, and we were only 7 or 8 at the time. So that really crushed our spirits. But we had the continuous drive to keep giving back. So that didn't stop us from giving back. And the reason we made the site was we don't want other people to feel the way we did, because they might stop after one time of being turned away, and we don't want people to be turned away.
So, Jake, how long have you been doing this? When did you start?
We started this in 2013, and this was when it was like a baby, and we started growing it. And this all started because when we were 2, we wanted to give back but didn't know how, and our parents helped us and we gave back through our birthdays. And every year, instead of asking for gifts, we would ask people to bring either canned goods one year to give it back to the local food pantry, or money, and we bought Jaws of Life for the fire department, or we bought bulletproof vests for the police department. And it all started from there, and that's how it all built up upon itself and made it to where it is today.
Now, Max, how do you operate the site? You've got, it's absolutely super professional, highly technological. Do you guys do all that yourselves?
So we actually brought the idea to somebody at our parents' office, and he helped us to design the website and get it to a better stage of where it was, because we had it based on like just simple drawings, but he was able to put like a mock-up together and help us, and he volunteered his time to help us with it. And we all worked together collaboratively and built the website.
That's great. So, Jake, do you guys do some of the coding, some of the HTML? What do you do?
We do a little bit of it. We sit there and help a little, and we give all of the input for everything. And everyone's so nice and takes our input and helps try to make the website as clean as possible. And it just keeps going from there.
Right. So, Max, you and Jake recently received an award from Verizon. Tell us a little bit about that.
So we were nominated for the Verizon Through STEM Award for the Jefferson Foundation in New Jersey. And we were actually very honored to receive this award because we felt that it will inspire other kids to continue doing service through just their school, because STEM is a huge part of the academic learning now, that if you find ways to give back through STEM, it can become a nationwide activity, and people can easily do these charity events.
Jake, how did you feel about receiving that award?
It felt really good receiving it, and we were very blessed and humbled to receive it. And through all the hard work we put in and all the service we've done, we also don't want people to think that they have to receive an award for everything they do. Sometimes giving back is just getting a good feeling that you helped someone else, not always having to get an award for it, or even just for doing something to get an award. So all the people that rely on the award, and we always just don't want people to feel that you have to receive an award for something.
That's a great point. Great point. So, Max, you've been at this a while now. What's the most important lesson you've learned about social entrepreneurship?
First, it's hard. But I've learned that you never can judge anybody anyway, because you always have to think that anybody next to you can be somebody that doesn't have as much as you. So you always have to think, can the person next to me be somebody that doesn't have a car, doesn't have a home? You have to always be thinking how to help others. You always have to take the initiative and help others, and that's what makes everybody feel better, and that's what make us have a heart.
That's great. Jake, what about you? What's your take? What's the most important lesson you've learned?
The most important lesson I've learned is, as I was saying before, that giving back really doesn't deserve a trophy or an award, that giving back should just be the feeling that you're helping someone else that doesn't have as much as you, or that doesn't have anything, and you should really be thankful and humble that you have what you have, and should help other people to have that.
Yeah. Max, why was this so important to you? You've devoted a lot of time and energy to this. Most kids are happy to do a little bit of volunteering. Some kids aren't even happy to do that. You've really devoted your life to this. Why?
Well, we've devoted our lives to this because we know people can make a difference, and it starts from a very small age and from a very small group. So if you help and influence one person, they may influence 2 other people, and then it can keep expanding like that and growing, and more people help. And if we could do that, everybody can, and we'll make the world a better place.
Jake, what about you? Why is this important to you?
I think it's everything he said.
Okay, that's great. Max, what's your superpower?
I don't know I have one, but I think it would be possibly annoying my mom. I think I'm very good at that.
Jake, what about you? What's yours?
I think annoying him.
Okay. Well, you guys are great. And thank you very much for taking the time to be with us today. Before we go, Max, maybe you'd take just a minute and tell us how people can learn more about Kids That Do Good.
So they can go to our website, kidsthatdogood.com. They can filter through everything there. If they need any help with anything, they can look straight through any of our social medias or our website that has the email for us. And we have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter that they can follow us and see our posts about new charities, or they can email us at info@kidsthatdogood.com.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you very much for taking the time to be with me today. It's been great. We appreciate you and wish you every success in helping more people do more good.
Thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you so much.
All righty. Let's do some good.
Thank you for listening. This podcast was recorded via Google Hangouts on Air and is available at youtube.com/Devin Thorpe. Subscribe to this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes by searching for Your Mark on the World. Every weekday, Devin hosts a CEO, celebrity, entrepreneur, or other changemaker here on the Your Mark on the World show to inspire and prepare you to make your mark. Devin is a champion of social good, writing about, advocating for, and advising people who are doing good. He is a Forbes contributor who is a recognized thought leader in social entrepreneurship, impact investing, and crowdfunding. To book Devin as a speaker, visit devinthorpe.com. Learn more about Devin's work at yourmarkontheworld.com.